Okay, guys, so we're going to run over a few situations, or I don't know, a couple of situations, I guess, of alternative ways to solve the last layer here. And this is one of the situations you can run into where you're in parity here. Okay, so you have the whites back here and you have the yellow here. And let's just say you've gotten this far where you've solved everything and the bottom layer is complete all the way around. And the last thing you have to do to solve it is do an adjacent edge swap here, right, to complete the top. So let's see what happens when we do this. So let's go the adjacent edge swap algorithm, R2U, R2U, R2, 1, 2, R2, 1, 2, R2U, R2UI, and R2. Okay. So what happened was, yeah, this did solve on the top here, but you ended up with a different parity where these two, all right, well, actually these top two, this one is in parity with this, and this one is in parity with this. And the 3x3, you know, right here, this is the 3x3. This has been fixed, obviously. So how are we going to fix this parity and this parity simultaneously? Well, the first thing you need to do is just return that. We are going to hold it on the side. Okay, so I was holding it like this. All I did was simply turn it this way. Okay, so we have parity here, and we have parity down here. Okay, this is a big cube here, so okay, so all we do is just hold it like this, and now we're gonna go do an algorithm, and it's gonna be with the top, turn them both up to R2, F2, when I mean F, I mean all this. Okay. Then go up to just the top. 1, 2. Okay. F2. R2. 1, 2. Okay. And then you just turn it over and fix the top, and that's it. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that one more time. Let me see if I can get a different angle on this. Try doing this. Okay. So again, I guess we're just going to hold it just like this, all right? Whereas this cube is completely 100% complete right now. Just turn it to the side, okay? And you're going to go the top, all right? Take both of them, both layers. Go 1, 2, okay? Take the right side. Man, this thing really sticks. All right, take the right side and turn 1, 2. Okay. Take the front layer, all right, the face. This whole thing's gonna be the face. All right, starting here. All this here is the face. Turn that all the way around. Okay. Then you're going to take the top and turn it twice. 1, 2. Okay, that was both layers. Now you just want to take the top layer and turn that twice. 1, 2. Okay. Then we're going to go F2 and R2. Okay. and then we're just going to turn this back. Okay, and now we just ended up right back where we started. All right, this is exactly where we started from, where these two are in parity with these two. Okay, so again, let's go ahead and fix this one more time. So if you end up like this, turn it, and we're going to go up to R2. Yeah, I just want to make sure I did that twice. Yeah, let me backtrack just a little bit. I did 1, 2. Yeah. Okay. Up to R2, F2. Okay. Up 2 with both. 1, 2. Just the top. 1, 2. F2. And R2. Okay, and then you just turn this, and it's fixed. Now, when I say F2, let's be clear here, man. This here would be, I mean, I guess F1, you know, or just an F. So when I say F2, I mean all the way around. Okay, when I say R2, it's 1, 2. Okay. So don't just do like an F move, you know, and keep it like that. You know, you want to complete that F move all the way around. So it's F2. Okay. Let me put this on pause. Let me come back and see if I can find another situation that you might run into. Okay. So let's see where this is going to take us. I got the cube solved to this point where everything is solved except for the top. I've got headlights here, 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 and here, so all the way around. And I'm going to have to do an adjacent edge swap for these, and then again for this. So let's go ahead and see what happens when I do this. R2U, R2U. Ooh, don't break. R2, 1, 2, R2, 1, 2, R2U, R2UI, R2. Okay. Then we're going to turn this so that this one is adjacent to this one. You don't have to turn those back, but you know, whatever. We are in a, this is actually like a double parity situation where you're in the 3x3. Within the 3x3, you have 1, 2, 3 pieces which are in parity with these 3 pieces, and then you have the situation I just showed you where these two here are opposite of each other, and so are these down here. Okay, so let's go ahead and take care of this with R2U, R2U, R2, 1, 2, R2, 1, 2, R2U, R2, UI, R2. Okay, well, that seems to have solved the cube. Let me try and get something else. Okay, so if you end up like this and you have the parity here and opposite edge swap here, this one needs to switch with this, and you do the R2, 1, 2, R2, 1, 2, R2, 1, 2, you're gonna end up with the same situation that I just showed you how to solve right there. Sorry about it. It's hard to keep this in the frame. It's so huge. So you already know how to solve this situation. I just showed you how to do that. Let me show you something different. Okay, so I got a request, and this is a quote. Your videos are great, however, I ended up with an opposite edge parity on the last layer. So here we go, opposite edge parity. So these are edges, they're opposite each other, and this is the last layer because the entire cube is complete except for this one. It needs to be swapped with that one. Okay, and it goes on to say, I have only 2 edge tiles on the last color that are opposite each other. Okay, so these two are opposite each other. If I perform an opposite edge swap by only turning the top layer, all right, so only turning this one, opposite edge swap, only turning the top layer, then I get the second layer of each side in the wrong place. Okay, so let's see what we're talking about here. So opposite edge swap, just the top layer. All right, so here's your opposite edge swap. R2, 1, 2, R2, 1, 2, R2, 1, 2. Okay, yeah. Okay, so again, this is how we're going to solve this. You know, if you have this, which is, I mean, if you want to kind of want to think of it as a double parity, you know, parity here, parity here. Well, we're counting this one and this one as a single parity, and then the 3x3 portion of it is the second parity. Let's fix the 3x3. Ignore this one, ignore this one. Just look at the 3x3. Take this portion, flip it opposite. All right, so you're taking, basically you're taking these two, the ones that are on your right, okay? Because primarily you just want to do you want to place the centerpiece first, but you know, while since this is here, let's take this one along for the ride as well. So these two pieces right here, all right? I'm going to keep my thumb on them right here. Okay, ignore this one, ignore this one. We're just concentrating on these two. Okay, turn that, so they're right there. Turn these. Don't forget to turn these. Turn this to the left. Bring these to the back. Don't forget to turn these back. Turn it back where you started. Flip them back over again. Turn these back. Back to the left. Okay, turn that. Turn these back. And then fix this. Okay, let's go the other way. All right. Okay, remember, ignore this one, ignore this one. We want to place this one now. Okay, so let's, instead of holding it like this, hold it like this so it's on your right. Okay, you don't want it to your left, you don't want it down here, you want it to your right. This right. Okay, so we need a white piece right there. Okay, this white piece. So let's take this white piece, put it back here. I'm going to keep my thumb on it so that when I turn it, it ends up right there. Turn these back. Bring it to the left. Back. Return these. Return this way. Bring these. Return these. Back here. Pick them up. Return this. And then fix your colors. Okay. And here we go. Now we got this again. Remember how I showed you how to solve it? Last time I think we had red here, right? But now we have orange here. No big deal. Just hold it like this, and you know, do the algorithm I just showed you, and that'll fix that up. I guess I think there was a second portion to your question. Let me put this on pause and let me see if I can look at that second portion. Okay, James. The second part of your question was, if I turn both the top and second layers, then I get the second layer with an opposite parity. All right, so second both layers. So let's do the algorithm turning both layers. R2, 1, 2, R2, 1, 2, R2, 1, 2. Okay. Yeah, this is Yeah, that is not a good situation right there. Um, okay. Yeah, I mean, all I would do in this situation would reverse it and go about solving it the way I just showed you. I don't really think that. I really don't think I can think of any other way of doing this other than just the way I just showed you. And to be honest with you, I don't really mess with this cube a whole lot. I think I mentioned that in the one of the videos that I don't really mess with this cube just because it's big, it's bulky, it falls apart a lot, and I don't really think I know all the ins and outs about this cube simply because I don't really mess with it a whole lot. But I know that other people solve it in different ways. I've seen other people solve it from different ways, but this is the way I do it. Yeah, from this situation, I would just reverse that. 1 2 R2, 1 2 R2, and then just do it from the top. R2, 1 2 R2, 1 2 R2. Turn these. Turn this. Hopefully you end up with this, so that ignoring this one and this one, you can fix these three, just like I showed you, right? Take these, put them in the back, then take the two and put them over there. Do all your flipping, get all this 3x3 squared away, and then when you're done, you're only going to have to deal with this and this. And I just showed you how to do that by turning it off to the side and doing the algorithm that I showed you. Okay, I hope that helped, man. I'm pretty sure I was following your instructions, or directions of what you were confronted with. Hopefully, that squares you away, man. But actually, thank you for bringing it to my attention. And the first time when I did the solve the first time, it just happened to work out, and I guess I really didn't even give it a second thought. And like I said, I don't really mess with it a whole lot. I just pulled it right off the shelf and just started doing it up, and it worked out. And obviously the cube was done. I didn't really feel like there was any need to go into anything further. But then again, I didn't realize that there was further steps that needed to be taken. So thank you, James. Appreciate that. Okay, guys, this has been Barry Cubing 101. My name is Joe. I'm your host, the Barry Cuber. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye. Guys, so you didn't actually think that you were not going to see the candle and the water bottle. Okay, so this last portion of the video is actually for all those who were patient enough to watch the entire video. And I'm going to show you something that's going to save you a whole boatload of time. And so this is my thanks to you for being patient enough to watch the video and actually learn and absorb the information, because I want to give you everything I've got. Everything I have is going into these videos. I'm not trying to hold anything back, and I actually do want to say that I appreciate when people, not call me out, but question me and say, hey, you know what? I have a question for you about this, and if it's legitimate, then yeah, of course I'm going to respond to it, and of course I'm going to make a follow-up video. And if I don't know the answer to it, I'm just going to flat out tell you I don't know. But so far I've been lucky, and I've been able to figure pretty much everything out that I need to get out there, and hopefully that will continue. Okay, so so instead of having to solve the cube constantly just to get back to to practice this last layer, because every time you get to the last layer of doing something, and this is on every cube, it gets progressively harder. It always gets harder the closer you get to solving the cube, because you have less room to maneuver. and things start popping up like parodies and issues, man, issues. There's always a hook, and even with the simplest cube, there's always a hook. And but this is one way you can get around having to do the entire cube again just to get to the last portion. You want to get it to this state where just the top, okay, and the bottom need fixing, okay, and everything else is complete. Okay, so all this here is complete, the yellow's complete, the reds are complete, and the whites are complete. The only portion that needs fixing is the top and the bottom. Okay, so let's take a look at the top. All right, we'll just say that the green is the top. So here we have a green, well, let's do the green white. Okay, so green white, that's in its place, yes? Good. So over here we need a green orange. So we're going to get that from down here. So here's a green orange down here. Okay, so this green orange needs to go here. So let's take this, bring it down to the bottom, put this green orange there, and flip it around. Okay, so green, green, white, green, green, orange. Right there. Okay, so on this side we need a green yellow. Okay, so this one in back needs to be a green yellow. Here's a green yellow there. Let's take this, put it off to the side so it's right there. Flip it all the way down. Take this and put it there. This is the green yellow. Okay, then you can turn this back. Okay, green white, green orange, green yellow, and then this one of course is going to be green red. So there's a green red right down here. Okay, and if you want, you bring it down from this side if you wanted to, but if you feel more comfortable, you want to bring it down from the right, like we've been doing, and bring it down from the right. Doesn't matter. Okay, and then flip it back. Okay, so now we have our green cross on top. Green white, green red, orange, yellow, and red. Okay, so now we need to fill these corners in. And the way we're going to do that is on the bottom. So let's see if we have a green, white, and orange. Green, white, orange. No. It's somewhere up here. So let's move on. We'll do this one. We'll see if we have a green, orange, and yellow. Green, orange, yellow. Here's a green, orange, yellow. Okay, so we want this piece to go here. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it back here. Okay, so from here, we're going to turn it up. R2, U, R2, UI, R2. Okay, then we're going to take it from the back here. We're going to bring it to the front. And we're going to go R2U, R2 UI, R2. Okay, this is the same method that I showed you in the, was it the 3x3x6 or 7? I don't recall. I think it was a 3x3x6. So let's move on. Let's go to the next one. We just did this. Let's see if we have this one. Green, yellow, and red. Green, yellow, red. Okay, so it's in the back. Turn it up so it matches. R2. That was R2U, R2 UI, R2 from the back to the front. R2U, R2 UI, R2. Okay. So that's placed. Next, green, red, and white. Green, red, white. This one right here. To the back. R2 U, R2 UI, R2 from the back to the front. R2 U, R2 UI, R2, and last is green, white, and orange. Okay, it's right there. Let's bring it to the back. R2U, R2UI, R2, back to the front, R2U, R2UI, R2. All right. It is all complete. Now, all you have left to deal with is the top. Okay, so that was an easy way, a quick way, instead of having to solve the entire cube again. You just get one side and you reduce it down so that now you can just mess with this top layer, and it's just quick, quick and easy. So good luck, have fun. We'll see you next time. Take care. This is Bearded Cubing 101. My name is Joe, and I am the Bearded Cuber. Bye.